All right, hey folks, this is the March 10th edition of the Karpenter AWS provider bug triage and issue triage meeting. Yeah, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and get kicked off. Um, Take a look at the issues. So I think we said that, are we going from oldest to newest? How have we decided
Yeah,
order? Okay,
I think
gotcha.
so. That's music.
Okay. And just looking at untriaged or are we doing bugs specifically or features? I think bugs, right? Or are we just looking at everything?
Honestly, the ones that need trash and bugs. But then I also think we looked at the PRs in case we needed to assign those. I thought the
Yeah,
work log has the query for GitHub already, I don't remember.
yeah. I
The
don't think we're
top.
really. We should maybe take better notes in the work log. We're not taking good notes in the work log, so I have no idea where we were.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone wants to volunteer to help, but I know it's hard to pay attention when you take notes, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, I'm just gonna skip past the ones that are already assigned. Let's just quickly go through the PRs. I don't want to spend too much time on PRs. Um, Recast to Carpenter migration steps for clarity automation is a big change. It's so big. Uh, just scripts and index files and okay, this is a pretty massive PR, I guess, to update some of the things with CAS onboarding. This looks like a pretty large thing to take on. I don't know if anyone wants to commit or if we just want to throw a help wanted on it. It seems like there's some discussion. Um, there's a little bit of back and forth. Nick looked at it. Somebody else looked at it. I guess we already have help wanted. January 28th. Maybe I'll just hang and see. They're still around and planning on keeping this updated. Keep that one back there. Support providing multiple DNS IPs. As far as I could tell, this seemed reasonable. I remember talking back and forth in the issue. Uh, I know, Jason, you had looked at this, or at least had discussed in the issue a little bit. It didn't seem that hard, but
Oh, had I? I don't recall.
yeah, I mean, this is older, but yeah, I think what we had discussed was what was it? Oh yeah, somebody could specify either a string or a slice in the actual, like in the merge logic. So like they could specify user data that would either be a string or a slice for this kubedns IP. Like we could treat it as a string within or a string slice within our API, but somebody could still specify like a single string value inside of BottleRocket directly. And so I think that uh, I guess the idea was literally just like try both, like try the string, try the slice, like parse it out, and then merge it to some model that we store internally, which is probably just the slice version. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's what is being done here, but I think not. Yeah, I think they just updated it to Init container, no assignee. Anybody? This looks like just a chart change. Coordinate containers. I think I wasn't strawmanning intentionally, but I mean, I think high level the configuration seems fine, like reasonable. I was just curious like why they needed it at all, but I don't have like a strong opinion against taking this personally. Although it's been a month. I'll take it. Okay. This one was already approved. Just need a rebase. Honestly, I'll probably just take this one over and fix it and then get it merged. This one was kind of interesting. Like they didn't actually fix the problem. They just proposed a fix for the problem. So I didn't really understand why they didn't just post those things in the original issue. The person that created the PR now. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I guess we can just let this, oh no, PRs won't stale, right? Do we have a label that indicates we won't take something in its current state? I'm just curious at what point we decide that we kill the PR and just let it go. Because we don't stale out PRs anymore.
Yeah, at that point, shouldn't we just close it?
Somebody talk?
I was gonna say, shouldn't we, I guess if you're thinking if we're not gonna take it at all, or maybe just say need to work, or,
Yeah.
'cause I was thinking we should just might as well just close it if that's definitely not the direction we want to take it.
I don't necessarily want to aggressively close stuff after 2 weeks. It seems to kind of, I don't know, it seems pretty aggressive if they would make a change. Maybe we need to, honestly, it's probably an AI that we can take. If somebody can take a note, we probably just need to like establish some sort of SLO around how long a PR has to sit there before we just close it out so that people are kind of aware and we have a good feeling. But yeah, maybe we need to, I think we probably also need a label to indicate that things need to be like are blocked or need to be changed. Okay, remove deprecated metrics, documentation. This seems pretty good.
I mean, do we want to remove deprecated metrics?
I think we probably do eventually,
I mean, I was thinking like we remove it once we drop the metrics, no?
I don't know. Do you want people to rely on the metric while it's deprecated?
I mean, if we have the label, the stability label. At least in my mind, that would be like a, that's an indicator that this is not going to be around for, in the future. I don't know.
What's the value of having it documented though in your mind?
Well, I mean, it's still something that people could potentially use. I think it's a good, at least for me, it's a good reference point for what's already existing and things that I would be already relying on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a ton of value in it because like you don't want people to use it. So like the only people that would be using a deprecated thing are going to be like already using it. I don't know.
Gotcha. I
I
guess
would
I'd prefer to see it in the docs versus it just disappearing when it becomes deprecated. So otherwise it's sort of confusing, right? It would still be being published by Karpenter, right? They're not removed yet. They're just
Yeah.
deprecated. So you'd have these phantom metrics and you'd be like, is this just undocumented? um,
which is also a state that we have right now. We have some metrics that aren't documented. Okay, I mean, I think let's maybe hold on. I'll do this. I don't have like a strong opinion on it. We can maybe just add discussion. I'm not like convinced one way or the other, but I don't really care too much. I think it's fine to keep. Ipsamis. Seems like Reed was looking at this already. Relabeling and metric relabeling for the service monitor. I think this one seemed pretty reasonable to me. I think it just probably needed a quick check. Anybody want to take a look?
I'm gonna send it to me.
Who is that?
I mean, send it to me.
This, that. Drop that when we do an assignee. On watch alarms, I didn't quite get this use case, but I think there's some discussion on it, so I'm just gonna keep this going. This is another one where I feel like it kind of like needs justification to be able to, or sorry, the quad watch alarm one needs justification to be able to actually move it into a state where it could be reviewed.
Also, it kind of feels like we need an RFC for that. No.
I don't even think the use case is established yet, so
Yeah. Okay.
okay, fault injection. This is getting reviewed, I think. Mano, you were reviewing this one, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. These are getting pretty new now. Order to check Carp. This is just a docs update. Seems quick. This version. Yeah, this should be a quick. If somebody just wants to look at this and validate it. Anyone?
You can take a quick look if nobody wants to.
I just leave it open for now.
Okay.
So you don't get too many things. This is, I think, gonna probably get looked at, I think. This is something that's been sitting for a while, and I think we need help on generally. The update is non-trivial. I think there's a issue on this specifically for the website, and it's just kind of getting punted, so I'm gonna unassign Jagisha, but I think eventually need to definitely get on the Hugo website update. There were a number of changes and we didn't have the time to test it. So I think if somebody wants to take a look at that, that would be helpful. Okay, that's that. Let's jump over to issues. What do we think is the best use for time? Anyone have an opinion?
If you click on the doc, there should be a GitHub issue pre-filled link. The second one,
Is the needs triage? Yeah.
and it's like order, I think, in reverse, maybe.
Yeah. So this is to burn down the needs triage. Okay. Oh, these are assigned. I won't take a look at these. Certain types and happens spots with certain range of requests. Rid of this, right?
Everything is take care of, like handled by the I guess caching, the allocatable.
Yeah, what version did that land on is my question. We know?
Off the top of my head.
That one that
Yeah, they have the breakdown. They're 108 and 101.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close this in favor of the PR and also the node overlay stuff that we talk about, because I think both those combined will fix this problem. So just RC. Six. Is provisioned. Garvin, you chimed in here.
Yeah, we'll just do like need more information and be like, if they don't reply, we'll just have a close rate. I
Yeah,
don't have the power for need more information.
that's another thing we need to add is bot, similar to the Kate's bot, so we can actually have people to contribute.
Do we need the help wanted label? I don't know if that makes sense in this context.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I mean, just off the top, I'm just wondering if this is a like another misestimation of the instance type sizing.
Yeah, I think when I looked at it, I couldn't tell what's wrong. But then there's not enough information from here to derive like should have created a smaller range.
Making good progress. Delay in pod scheduling after scale up action. That just sounds like performance. Oh, it's terminated file shift. It's a long time. That doesn't take long. This is odd. Alter scheduled. I'll be scheduled immediately after the scale up action. We don't have anything to do with scheduling. It seems like it needs more information. Oh wait, I didn't classify that one. Whoops. On the ones that are assigned out, do the folks that have them assigned, I know that not everyone's on the call, but do the folks that have them assigned know why they're still needs triage?
At least for mine, I just haven't gotten a chance to get through them. Mostly should just be updating them to be needs more information.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be worthwhile to just check in at the beginning of these meetings to see where we're at with those.
It's fixed by, this is addressing, I remember this being oh, this is an issue, never mind. It's just a link PR. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna directly link that and close this. Soft affinity for consolidation. There's a question. Yeah, this is a help wanted documentation thing. Unless it's already documented.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's under either disruption or scheduling.
There you go. I can't link to a warning directly, right? I just like take a
Don't think
picture.
So
Over 15 node cluster. Thing. A lot of conversation on this. Yeah, I think we should get an assignment here because a lot of people are talking. And there's a lot of information, it seems like. Who can triage this? Come back to this at the next meeting. Okay. Readability. We're gonna even do this.
Just be like, you can accept it without actually
That-
doing. Does it make sense to change it to triage to accept it, but then doesn't mean that we're taking it out.
I was also thinking about like awaiting more evidence.
Mm,
I think
that
we've
makes
kind of,
sense, good.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I think it is pretty fair to say that these logs are a little bit hard to read. I mean, they ride the line of providing the information you actually need to understand why something is unschedulable. And it probably is a little bit of information overload, especially if you have like 50 node pools.
I think there is a exact same kind of issue in the other repo. I'm trying to remember where it is. Yeah,
Oh.
right here.
I guess-
1904 on Carpenter there.
Yeah, we should maybe
Similar.
actually just close this one out then in favor
Yeah.
of this upstream one.
makes sense. It's an upstream repo, yeah. Wait, where did this one go? Oh, it's because I already triaged it. Oh no, how do I get back? Does anyone remember what it's called?
Something about
Yeah.
log?
Something maybe I'd utilized.
7199
Oh,
is
perfect.
the one.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been taking notes. in
Oh,
case
thank you.
was Curious.
There. Odd to me. I have no idea how we're going to debug this. This is more of just like a set up your SQSQ kind of situation, I think. I don't know what other people think. I don't really think this is relevant to us debugging or triaging this. This seems like they tried to encrypt their SQ and didn't do it correctly, and I don't really see how that's our thing to debug with them. But
Yeah, I mean, I think unless there's an issue with the way we configure like the SQ and the CloudFormation stack we give
I don't even think we encrypt it.
manage the infrastructure separately, that's kind of your responsibility.
Yeah, I don't think we encrypt it by default. Like, we could choose to make a KMS managed key attached to the SQ if we wanted, but then you have to configure permit. Well, yeah, maybe it's not too bad. Give the key permission from Karpenter to access it, but I don't know. It's fine, I think.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I think it kind of falls into the same thing. Like we're not supporting, say, like the Terraform blueprints, any issues people are running into with those.
Do we have a pointer? I'm trying to think like where somebody could go for this.
I don't know. It like seems
AWS
like
support.
Support, yeah. I was
it
thinking open
really
source,
is
but maybe
SQS support.
yeah, maybe support. Uh, should be solved, right? Well, not for terminating bots, I guess, but
Um, when entering the termination.
see.
Oh,
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Is that not what we do today?
You have to
Yep.
upgrade to V1. What version are they on?
I guess what happens if you're, I don't actually know what the eviction API would do if it's a terminating in a terminating state. Does it do anything?
That's too late then.
I would
Yeah.
assume it would.
I'm just wondering if it, you know,
Sorry.
I think it depends on whether you're giving grace to the pod or not, but it shouldn't send a SIG term if you're still doing it gracefully. It should just be SIG interrupt
yeah, and
or SIG
that
term rather than SIG call. Sorry.
that would be my assumption. So this should have been fine previously, and it will certainly be fine today because if you have the do not disrupt pod, we're not going to call the eviction API on it, at least unless you have TGP.
I think wasn't the ask that we don't consolidate the node because like if the pod has been terminated because the job is done and it's in a active terminating state with a grace period, then I think we don't consider those pods for evaluation for don't disrupt, and therefore we consolidate the node. It won't disrupt the pod for sure. So I
I
guess
just I
yeah.
don't know why we wouldn't consolidate at that point.
No, yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying that's I think it's the ask, right? But we're hearing about the semantic, I think.
I guess
Okay,
if you
yeah,
had
that just confused me.
yeah, if you had low termination grace periods on the node, then I guess it could force kill early. So it would make sense that you would want Karpenter to consider the do not disrupt on the pod. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. At that point, I'd probably say your termination grace period is too low, but I guess this is just a needs information.
I would, well, I'm actually going to tell them to open this in upstream, and then if they don't, then it'll just be closed.
Yeah.
This is irrelevant to the provider.
Yep.
Progress. Excess airlocks upon termination.
I mean, that's just from
Yeah, it's expected.
like, uh,
Context is canceled because we're going through shutdown. I do know there is an issue that's open. I can't remember if it's an upstream or if it's in downstream. That is, we're erroring on terminate, which is happening. I'm seeing that. So like when we get SIG, we somehow end up with an error and then we exit with a error code 1.
Okay.
But that's irrelevant. I mean, that's unrelated to this, I think. Anyways. Seems out of scope, maybe? Oh, no, it's not out of scope. Yeah, okay, not replace, in place, data plane, upgrades. I thought there was a, is there not a container roadmap for this? Green. I can maybe track that down later. I would be surprised if this didn't exist in the container roadmap.
well, the issue still needs to live here, right? Because Karpenter would need to handle the worker node upgrades separately.
Yeah, I wasn't saying close in favor. I was just saying
Oh, okay,
like point two and say like here's some more discussion.
got it.
But it sounds like this is no, I think these are different things.
Related in that it's in place, but this, I imagine, you're actually looking for like update components like the kubelet.
Right. Yeah, this is like I upgrade my Kubernetes version. I want it to happen. Or maybe patch. It's probably more Omni related, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess how is that different than what we already support today with Alias? Is that just for everything?
Well, no, this is I want to upgrade my Omni without rolling the node.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There's something we talked about a little bit, but it's definitely technically complex. I know Cappy has some thinking around it as well. I have to track that down. I think this should be opened upstream. Oh wait, should it? Maybe not, because it's an Omni upgrade.
Yeah, I imagine even if there's an upstream feature that supports it, it's going to kind of be like capacity reservations where, yeah, there's upstream code, but there's still a lot of work done in the providers.
Okay, does somebody want to take over? I'm about to die.
Oh, like your computer?
Yeah, I'm at 3%. I should have grabbed my
Uh,
charger. I did not.
yeah, I could. Just let me clean up everything that I have open. What was the issue we stopped at, like number wise?
7,300 going from oldest to newest.
Okay. You said 7,200?
73.
73. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna step away to go grab my charger.
Okay. I should be sharing screen now.
Yep, well, you can see it.
All right, cool. So, all right, starting out here. High CPU memory usage. Think this is. What are we seeing here? I don't know. Without knowing more about what is on the cluster, I think it's going to be hard to say if this is in or out of line. 2000 pods. Jigisha, I see you had taken a look at this before. Did you do any benchmarking on this to see if this was kind of in line with what we would expect?
No, I had not.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to assign it to me and
I think I know we're trying to do some additional work on like benchmarking, especially at scale. Do we have an issue maybe upstream that we could link out to for that? Because I think at this point it's more of a question than like I don't think we have a concrete answer if it doesn't look like it's a memory leak.
Mhm.
But I guess I can assign you to take a look, see if it looks like it's actual leak.
Yeah.
Let's go from there.
This is not like an issue with the leak, right? It's just like consistent high usage.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, which is where I'm thinking. Yeah, Jigisha, you can take a look and then link out to a benchmarking issue if we have one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was that. So now possible doc error, CloudFormation reference. Um, hmm. What is this? I mean, this is just a tag. KS policy keys list. Oh, I think, So, I mean, this is a tag that we use. So I guess the confusion is just that it doesn't match what's here. I don't know. Is Reed on the call? Doesn't look like it. I don't recall if this should be unified with what's on the EKS policy keys list. I don't know. Is anyone here who has context on this tag, if this is correct or if it needs to be updated?
What is it? The Karpenter process should use the EKS condition key.
Yeah, so they're calling out the discrepancy between on the EKS policy keys list for EKS cluster name versus EKS cluster name.
Yeah, what's the EKS policy keys list?
It's this guy right here.
This is in the request context, right? Oh, maybe not. Never mind. This isn't principal tag. I take it back. I mean, I think there's a bunch of stuff that isn't documented here, frankly.
Yeah, I think we can probably take it as just needs investigation and follow up on it. Anyone up to take the assignment?
Is this our responsibility though? Like,
I think it's just verifying that what we have is correct, unless do we know absolute
Oh, EKS cluster name is right. It's just it's a question of like that the thing that's listed above. But I think it's a question of like I understood this as like why is this not listed on the policy keys list, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think I have context, honestly, to say one way or the other.
Oh, you know what? They're getting confused. So they're thinking this is actually a policy, like a condition key, but this isn't a condition key. This is a tag.
Okay, are these not tags?
No.
Oh, that's what this was.
Which frankly, fair. I could see how that's a little confusing. Yeah, click on the IAM policy real quick. Just double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a tag. Oh, yeah, okay, request tag. Okay.
I think we'll just need to change their IAM policy. Slight misunderstanding.
So yeah. Okay. Oh, lost the filtering. Looked at, okay, network bandwidth, node pool requirements. I think, yeah, I think we can just close this one, right? So yeah, this exists.
This is for a requirement? Oh yeah. We added this.
Yeah, the only thing I don't know is does it, I assume it works with like greater than less than, it's a number, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. No, it's EBS, but I think it's the same. Consolidate after consolidation policy validation issue. Oh. Well, not crazy, right? We've never had a V1 Alpha 5 node pool.
Checkmate.
Okay.
Mix and match.
So Karpenter nodes, total pods now include statement set pods. Either way, that shouldn't. Doesn't really make sense that you're exceeding allocatable. So what are they refing out to here? Oh, this is the design. So this is still out of date in the metrics docs. Which one was it? Carpenter nodes, total pod requests. Yeah, okay, so this is updated here. Okay. Okay. We probably have time for a couple more still. So Carpenter consolidation rate very high after upgrade. I'm wondering, I guess there's a lot of movement on this one. I'm wondering if it should be considered a duplicate of the one we looked at earlier. And Jigisha, I see you're assigned. Have you had a chance to take a look at this recently?
No, I haven't.
Think.
I can try and see if I can go through this in the next few weeks.
Okay, yeah, I'm wondering if, I guess we'll move this over to needs investigation then. I think probably should just see if we can dedupe this with some of the other consolidation related issues.
Yeah.
Though there does seem to be a fair bit of history here, so maybe we don't want to. Consolidate after keeps resetting to 0 seconds in Carpenter V1.
As far as I remember, I think this was some misconfiguration on their end that was causing them to see it getting resetting.
Okay, what type of misconfiguration? Because I wouldn't. This field didn't change from V1 beta 1 to V1. I don't see why it would be reset.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and take a look from the updates that they have posted on this issue.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything. Yeah, if you could take another look at that, move
Yeah.
this needs investigation. Okay, I think that is us at time. So I guess we will go ahead and end it here. And yeah, thank you all for coming.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.